Hello, I'm Martin and this is Scott.
Hello.
Hello. Here to do another DIY for Kids idea. Make sure you like this video. If you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Yes, and that belly thing.
Yeah, the notification bell.
Yes, the notification bell. Absolutely. This is DIY for Kids. Don't forget, it's simple projects that younger people can get involved in safely, but have some fun with. Learn some principles of DIY. And also, in this instance, make presents, because I think making presents is really cool. You're not at an age where if somebody made you a present, you'd go, oh, thanks, are you?
No.
No, you'd go, ooh.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But when you get older, for some reason, people like things that somebody else has made for them.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
It's really weird.
It is weird, I know. But so, for instance, me or mummy would love it if you made something for us, because it just means you love us and that you've gone to all the trouble of doing it.
Right.
All right. So if you've got a carer or a parent or a friend or a granny or an uncle or whoever who you want to make something for, this is a really cool thing to do. So that's what we're going to do today, all right? Mm-hmm. So a couple of things I thought we'd do today. One, do a present. B,
Okay.
one and B, there you go, that's interesting, isn't it? Mummy likes what?
Candles.
I'll give you a clue. Yes, candles. So I thought, candles are universally quite nice. I thought we'd try and make a candle holder.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to have to make something which the candle can go into. Now we've got lots of different sizes of candles, but we're going to go for the thinner ones because they're they're generally more inexpensive, and also it's going to be an easier hole to drill. All right.
All right.
The other thing I thought we'd teach today is we've used more often than not what's called treated wood, as in, that's not really correct, treated wood is when they've injected it with stuff for the garden, but wood that's had something done to it.
Yeah.
Cut or shaped into, you know, planks or whatever it might be. But I thought we'd have some fun today by using not shaped. This is how wood starts, in case you didn't know. Yeah. It's off a tree, right? Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
No.
Wood comes from trees.
Wow.
Amazing, yeah. So this is actually a piece of some overhanging branches. It's actually, just a matter of interest, feel that.
Quite heavy.
It is quite heavy. So we can deduce from that probably that it's what's called hardwood, and it is in fact ash. What it will be great for is making a really nice candlestick. So this is different when we're working from woods like this because this hasn't been treated, it hasn't been dried. So the likelihood is it might start to split.
Right.
So if you look at the end, you see how there's all these marks in it?
Yeah.
And that means that when we cut it, it's likely that it's going to kind of split a bit. But the thing is, you kind of just roll with the punches on that. In order to cut this, it's going to be quite tough. Yeah. Because it's very tough wood. Mm. So we're going to use something we haven't done before, which is a thing to hold it in place. Yeah. This is a vise. We've used a vise before, but this is an old Black & Decker Workmate. And you're supposed to have things which go in here, but I can't find them, so it'll have to do. So what we're going to do, you're looking at the piece of wood and thinking, okay, which bit of this wood could I use? Okay, so when we look at this piece of wood, let's just see it, because it's a natural piece of wood. It's going to have all sorts of bits and pieces on it, and we want to make a candlestick. Now we might decide that would actually be quite funky to have that sticking out of it. So we might think, let's have a candlestick that has that bit in it. We might decide that we just want a straight one. We might think, okay, well, how many candlesticks are we going to make? We've got 2 candles. We make 3 candlesticks or 2 candlesticks?
I don't know.
3. So 3 looks quite good. So I know 3 of different sizes, maybe. So a slightly taller one, slightly shorter one, and a middle-sized one. That bit's a bit. No, I'll do that. So what do you think?
Bit there,
Well, probably from there to there. Yeah, and then that bit there, and then another bit there. All right. Probably don't want to be too high because otherwise they'll topple over. Let's just do some cutting then. So if you want to tighten it up, just at that end, just by turning those things, you'll feel it grip it, and turn it until you can't turn it anymore. That's it. And do the same with this one.
Yeah, right tight, yeah.
Okay, great. So that now is pretty secure in there. Sometimes when you start out though, if you're doing it from here, you can't see. So sometimes it's quite good to draw a line
Where you want to cut.
where you want to cut. So my guess is that would be about straight. I'm going to show you what this is for in a minute.
Okay.
So why don't you draw a line using that as a guide? You probably need to go down there actually, as much as you can, so it's kind of straightish. Just keep going. Maybe even just bounce underneath. It doesn't have to be perfect, but now we've got a much better idea of where we're going to cut. Now to cut, we could use a traditional saw. That is going to be quite hard work.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd go for power tools. So this is what's called an oscillating saw or something like that. I don't know, reciprocating saw. I think that's probably it. And what it does is it does that. Ooh.
Ooh, very sharp.
But you can see that you can actually control it. The more you squeeze the trigger, right? Obviously, this is electric and powered, so we're going to be even more careful than when we were using a saw. So usual rules apply. We make sure that if it was to slip, it slipped where we aren't. But we're going to make sure, so you're going to be cutting down through that, okay?
Got it.
So we want to make sure we're wearing glasses and gloves. All right, that's it. Now, as I said, this is hardwood, so it's going to be quite tough. Now, Scotty, when you get in a situation like this, if the blade is there, there's a likelihood it's going to bang you back.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that, and just if it's going in it like that, it's going to push it back. Yeah. So you've just got to anticipate, because what you don't want to do is pushing it back into you. So that's catching on there. So what we can do is we can just slightly move this out a bit. Stay there, okay?
Yep.
As I said, we are cutting through really tough wood here, so it's never going to be easy. So you're doing a great job. Perfect. That's a really nice cut, sweetheart. And it's flat as well, which is really impressive. So now, slacken it off. Slacken off your side. Which one is this going to be? Is this going to be that's the nodule there. So let's draw again. Around, what size do you want it to be?
That size?
Yeah, works for me. That's it. Right, voila!
Nice.
So we need a couple more of them. So let's cut a couple more. That's it, and that's the second one. So I think we just want a small one now to go with that. Okay, so we'll just go somewhere like this there. Right, so we have our little thing of 3 thingies, which I think is going to look quite pretty.
Yeah.
So now, that's the hardest part of the job done by far. Now what we need to do is we need to create the hole that the candles are going to go in. All right, so we're going to have 1 candle in each. I've only got 2 of these size candles, but we'll get the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. And we probably want to, because we haven't cut it flat particularly, they're not bad actually,
Yeah.
pretty good. We want to make sure that the hole is vertical.
Yeah.
And we also want to drill it in the middle, and that's where this comes in. This is, I haven't got a clue what you call this. It's a thing for finding the centre of a circular object. And all you need to do is put it up against it like that.
Okay.
And draw a line. So draw a line, and then we move it around, draw another line, and that another line. Right, so that's now found the centre of that very kind of weird thing. Now you could theoretically just guess it, it's not really that important. You want to try guessing the others?
No.
Yeah, okay, so let's put that on there. So now, remember this.
Yes.
This is really powerful drill. This is a proper wood drill, and just remind you,
That tugs itself in, doesn't it?
yeah, there's like a screw thread on here. So that has got like a screw thread,
Yeah.
you can see it, and that pulls this in. And then that has got a really sharp blade.
And that's what cuts.
That cuts it, and then this bit here scoops it out. It's quite.
And then the rest of it pulls all
Pulls
the
it
stuff
all the way.
out.
So it's quite a clever piece of kit. So this is a really useful tip. We've got some tape here. If you wrap a bit of tape around a drill at the depth, because obviously when the drill's in, you can't see it.
Yeah.
So we want to go down about that far, okay?
Yeah.
So if we wrap the tape around like that, we know that when we get to that edge of the tape, that's as deep as you need to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this again to hold that tightly in place, all right? Is that really strong? Because it will kick up like a good one, because it won't want to be drilled, okay? And very gently, we're going to, remember, it will pull, yeah, glasses and thingy. So we're going to place that in the centre there, and we're going to let the drill do the work and try and hold it as much as possible vertical. So not like that, but as much as possible vertical, all right? It's getting so hot that it's actually steaming. And so whatever you do, you don't touch your drill when it's been drilling stuff, because that will actually hurt you. It's so hot. There you go. So stop there and then pull it out. To get it out, keep it going. And lift, that's it, stop it.
It's just actually burnt the wood inside.
It has. Don't touch that whatever you do. You see, that is so hot.
Why has it got so hot?
Because it's a friction of the wood against the metal. Do not touch it. Just put it on the table.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. So do you want to try the candle in it?
Perfecto.
Jamming! So that's the first one done. Look at that. I mean, how easy is that?
Pretty easy.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, it isn't finished yet, but in principle, that's really good. So we just need to drill these other ones. Let's do the hardest one next. Stop. A little bit further.
Stuff is
Don't touch it. That's probably enough. So out again now. That is going to be
inside.
hyper
That's actually
hot.
burnt it.
Has it?
burnt
Yes,
the
it's
wood.
really warm. But that's good. It all works well. Boomski. So that's 2. I'm liking the way these are looking. Look at that. Unfortunately, we haven't got a third one, but we'll get the principle anyway. We'll find one later. So the last one. So what we've learned here, actually just while we're on it, is just the importance of holding things tight
Yeah.
while you're working
Otherwise
on
that
them.
would have been crazy because obviously.
It would have been crazy. It would either be me holding it like that, which would have been completely bonkers, or it would have just wobbled around on the table. So a good, solid thing to hold things in place is really important. Okay, centre.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, okay, that's fine then. So, it's not hard, but you do need one of those drill bits. You can get all the stuff we've used online. The drills, the saw, the drill bits, and obviously the candles. What we're going to do now is, you don't have to do it, but we'll just sand that off. Just sand off the edges, because we like the rustic look. So we don't need to get rid of the bark. It will naturally fall off probably in time, but that doesn't matter. We give it a coat of either oil, Danish oil, which is kind of like just a thing you use just to feed the wood if you like, or we could use varnish of some sort. I like Danish oil. In principle, that is the job done. And a nice present. Imagine if you gave Mummy that as a gift. So there you go, Mummy, I've made you this set of candlesticks.
Burnt my hands off.
And you burnt your hands off doing it, yeah. We didn't burn your hands off because we were careful. See, another simple idea. It didn't take long. It just took a little bit of thinking about, yes, a few tools, but pretty simple ones in general. So like this video and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. Scott, thank you.
No problem.
Great job, and we'll see you next time.